One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Auburn's offense will get first crack at it here. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Right on the money. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bearcats offense will go to work for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jensen.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success. Timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Love the call going RPO here on fourth and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. To the air, it's Dickens. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bearcats. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Great place to start for this offense. Give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard run.
Turning it on! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Got it in the middle, it's Blow. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll go to the sneak.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
And the Bearcats are marching down the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
To throw, it's Dickens. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And the Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivot.
There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
My old coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! They'll try to add another to their lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Newton. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Handoff from the gun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to throw, it's Dickens. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Ware. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense falls on the ball, going to be a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Throws to the... And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. On
the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to throw, it's Dickens. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do it. Get inside the kicker's head. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Newton. Hauls it in.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The inside handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job on the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that
he wants to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Off play action on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Reaches into the bagger, moves, and finds his way up to the 31. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Handoff from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Back to pass, it's Newton. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Finds his man. It's Smith. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And You've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now.
Turning it on!
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. The give from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
To the ground. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Auburn offense. He'll do it himself. Got some room to run. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes one man miss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Looking to throw, it's Newton. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quick completion to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
It's complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Dickens. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
You know, there's no real reason to panic when you think about it, when just panicking ever really helps. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.